first of all, how's preparation going for the Ultimate Fighter?
It's been amazing. You know, I've been working super hard, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything. Just, it's been great. It's been truly amazing, and I am ready.
Now, you switched camps over to Xtreme Couture. You said there's some politics going on there, but how has it been making that transfer over to Xtreme Couture, and how's your striking going? It seems like in your fight with Felice, your striking was just ended up becoming phenomenal. But how's your striking going so far, and how's it been with Xtreme Couture?
Well, you know, I've been able to work. I mean, it's something Robert Fallis always says. He says, you know, and Mike Winklejohn as well. He said, when I called him, I said that TUF was coming up. He said, well, Heather, I believe you can, you know, outstrike everybody. So what you need, you know what you need to work on. And I've been continuously working on my striking. This week I got to work with Ray Sappho from World Series. You know, that was amazing. Last week, Benny the Jet. So again, I feel like my striking is growing leaps and bounds, but what's even working even more is my wrestling and my jiu-jitsu, being at Xtreme Couture with Robert Fallis and Dennis Davis and Kyle Griffin, you know, amazing wrestling coach. And then obviously been with Miesha for the last 2 camps, with the Rhonda camp and the Liz camp. So, you know, going as Miesha wrestling, and a lot of times at the beginning of this camp, for Liz's camp, I was really the only training partner she had for her until Leslie was able to come by. And so my wrestling has gotten so much better, thanks to Miesha pushing me. The state of mind that she puts me in, you know, she even texted me one day and she said, hey, I saw you, you know, giving pity on one of those girls, and I don't ever want to see that again, and if I do, I'm going to just beat the living shit out of you. And I said, I was just like, oh my God, she's, you know, she's for real. Like, she's, this is your career, this is your time, this is, you know, I don't ever want to see that again, because, you know, if I go easy on you, it's because that's because I don't respect you. And she was saying that because, you know, she does go hard on me, so I'm like, oh, you must respect me a lot then, because, you know, I get constantly just thrown around, but, you know, I have my moments. And yeah, it's just been amazing. She's a great leader, a great training partner, and I've just learned so much from her and the other girls at Couture as well.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're rebuilding. I mean, when I was there last year, there were maybe 1 or 2 girls. Carrie Leitenwallner was there, maybe a couple others, but now it just seems like they're in a rebuilding phase. We're seeing a strong team from Xtreme Couture right now.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about that, about, you know, the strength team? You mentioned Alex Chambers making her way out of there as well. You know, what does it mean to have all those strong ladies like Miesha and Leslie and all of those, a lot of them with experience, you with experience, and actually helping cultivate some of this new talent?
Well, you know, when I moved over there just to train with Miesha, but I was still at Syndicate back in November for the Rhonda camp, you know, we talked about how it was just amazing having a bunch of girls there she brought in for her camp. And then when I finally made the move over to Xtreme Couture, we talked about building that team and building that women's team. And it was something I was used to, you know, being at Jackson's. We had the top women in the world. You know, Michelle Watterson, Holly Holm, Julie Kedzie. I mean, what more could you ask for? You know, different weight classes and the talent of the world. So it was something that I was kind of feeling I was lacking at Syndicate. I had Roxanne Modafferi, who is wonderful. She is, you know, has my heart. She's one of my best friends, and I miss her dearly. I still get to see her often, but not, unfortunately, get to train with her. So, you know, but being that now we just got a couple, an amateur at Couture's. We got another girl who's also trying out for Ultimate Fighter named Chelsea Bailey. She she wrestled for Oklahoma State and as a national champ in wrestling. So it's only making my wrestling better, and I'm just happy. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of girls that are trying out for this, and I mean, obviously this is a big deal because it's not just the Ultimate Fighter. This is for the first ever strawweight championship of the world. And, you know, I personally, I think I like your chances. I think you have a very good storyline going into this. What attributes do you think that you have coming into this that kind of raises the bar on everybody else that has to get into this house?
Well, I have the experience. You know, I have 10 pro MMA fights, 2 pro boxing fights. I've trained with some of the best coaches and females in the world, being at Jackson's, Syndicate, and Xtreme. I also have a wonderful rivalry with our lovely Felice Herrig. So, you know, I think that's going to make for some fun TV. besides that, you know, I just have the experience. I have a bachelor's in theater. I know how to talk. I know how to be in front of the cameras. I know how to, you know, represent myself. I know how to be a champion. And it's just the synergy, you know, it's just my time.
Yeah, there's maybe 2 or 3 of you gals from the Ultimate Women's Challenge that are trying out for TUF, because a lot of them got kind of soured about what happened during that. But you know, what kind of prompted you to want to do this? Was this, do you feel that, you know, that your experience on the Ultimate Women's Challenge helped you in terms of going through what's going through this?
That show was, yeah, it was. I don't want to talk negatively, but it wasn't what it was supposed to be, and I don't really think it has anything to do with anything about who I am or the show. I've been around. You know, I grew up in LA. Been around Hollywood, been around cameras. You know, like I said, I have a bachelor's in theater, so I've worked many times in front of cameras, in front of people, theater, you know, all that stuff. So that's my experience is way beyond this stupid show that was tried to be made many years ago. So that's my experience. That's my, you know, what I'm bringing to the table. You know, so that show doesn't really. I don't even try to think about it. You know.
Besides family and friends, what do you think you're going to miss most if you go on the show? Because you're going to be sequestered for 6 weeks, roughly.
I'm going to miss my dog, Benny the Jet. He's my life, you know. I'm going to miss cuddling with him, nuzzling with him, and just seeing his smile every time I come home. You know, he's just amazing, like my little kid. So I'm definitely going to miss him, and of course, yeah, my family and friends.
Oh, we saw last season that, I mean, the last female season, that there were some surprises. And a lot of people said, you know, well, part of it's probably because, you know, obviously you don't have your coaches in front of you. You're going to have, you know, one of 2 coaches, either Anthony Pettis or Melendez. Gilbert, yeah. I can't forget Gilbert because everybody loves him so much. But first of all, any choices in Gilbert, and how are you going to adapt to the fact that you won't have your actual regular coaches there and have to work under either Gilbert or Anthony?
I'm not really too worried about it. They're both amazing athletes. I think that they're going to bring in some great coaches to work with them. And you know what? It's like someone said to me the other day. It's like a pressure cooker in there, and you either, you know, rise to the occasion or get squished to the bottom. And I'm telling you, I have been bred for this. I am definitely the one that's rising to the occasion and going to take them out because. Like I said, everything in my life has brought me to this moment, and it's time, man. It's my time. So I don't really care who my coach is. Anthony's amazing. I like his style, I like his flair. Gilbert has some amazing people behind him. He's got that will. He's got, you know, the Diaz brothers and stuff behind him. I'd love to work with any of them. So I don't really care. I just want to be on there just so that I have my chance to my belt.
Okay. Anything else you want to add? Any sponsors you want to shout out to?
Definitely want to say thank you to Brendan Brazier, Vega, Thrive Foods Direct, Virus, International, Tussle, Living Dead Tattoo here in Vegas, Dr. Steckel, who's my chiropractor, keeps me together. Of course, Xtreme Couture, all the people over there. My sensei back home, Benny the Jet Yukitis. Without you, man, I wouldn't be here mentally, physically, and spiritually. And, you know, you for always being here for us women and helping us and, you know, promoting us. So without you, I don't know where we'd be today. So
yeah, I should also mention that we can follow you at Heather Jo Clark, but you might not be able to hear you for about 6 weeks. So yeah, so best of luck to you coming. Really hope you make it.
Thank you.